We have a project 25 kilometres north of the deepwater port of Esperance. We are focused on the exploration and development of critical minerals, specifically heavy rare earth elements, scandium and gallium. We have world-class mineral resource estimates for those three critical minerals. We're looking to unlock the development potential through focused metallurgical work programs and utilising the expertise of an international network. Gallium is primarily used for semiconductors, so you've got gallium arsenide. It is one of the main elements of semiconductor manufacturing. Scandium, I like to think of it as basically a steroid for aluminium, for instance. So it's alloyed in quite low concentrations, sort of 1 to 2%, and basically it's just a performance enhancer for that alloy. And then of course you've got the heavy rare earth elements and the lighter magnetic rare earth elements. So when we talk about heavies, what everyone looks to is your dysprosium and your terbium. They are, the most expensive critical minerals, globally, and a lot of that stems from just how choked supply is. The gallium is the big one for us in terms of its supply. It's incredibly restricted. 95 to 98% comes out of China. There was an export restriction on all gallium out of China. That export restriction was suspended quite recently, I believe at the end of 2025. But that restriction only applied to sort of non-defense industries. So people like the US Department of War still have no secure supply of gallium. So that's where we can play a part in developing sort of a Western allied supply chain there. And all of that starts with our Mount Ridley project. In October last year, we announced quite a large gallium resource estimate, which got a lot of market traction and attention. Since then, we've announced a scandium resource, and now obviously we have our heavy rare earth element resource. So we are a high value critical mineral focused player north of Esperance, which is ideally located, being very close to infrastructure, sealed highways, and then also a deepwater port in Esperance, which provides an exceptional route for export. If you look at the company over just the last 12 months, we've made tremendous progress within the last 4 months. We've completely changed the strategic objectives of the company. We don't just have one mineral resource estimate, we have 4 resource estimates, and all of these are for very high value critical minerals. There is a huge opportunity in these critical minerals individually, but together in the same regolith horizons presents as a huge upside opportunity for our investors and our shareholders. We're really looking to unlock that potential. So that's through more desktop studies, reassaying, expanding, growing the resource base, but also focusing on the metallurgical recoveries of these critical minerals. And I think once we start maturing that project, I think the value is going to increase quite rapidly, and we look forward to taking our shareholders along on that journey.